They're slaves, some of them were free people, but they traced their ancestry mainly to Africa, but as well as they blended with the cultures that were in Louisiana at the time. That being the English, the French, there were also Germans, Chinese. The music that you'll hear tonight and that I'll demo has a very French origin to it. French music, the very traditional music, used two violins or fiddles. That's very characteristic of French music. When the Creole people started to play French music, they played the fiddle as well, but they also brought in an accordion, or better known as a squeeze box. And this accordion the accordion and the fiddle kind of became the signature instruments of Cajun and Creole music. So I'm going to play just a little bit of a dual fiddle song, a old Cajun tune called Adu Rosa. And then I'll play a song that has a fiddle and an accordion, try to give you an idea what the difference is. The accordion, by the way, was not introduced by the French or the Africans. It was introduced by the Germans. They brought that into Louisiana. Song, but just to give you an idea, that's two fiddles. Now I'm going to switch over to a song called Kofab, which is an old Creole song, and it has an accordion and a fiddle. It's a little tricky to tell the difference, but see if you can catch it. By a very famous Creole gentleman by the name of Lawrence Harvey. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but you did probably notice that there was French singing going on. Just as an aside, French obviously is spoken in Louisiana, but it's a little different from the French you would hear spoken in France. Just to give you an idea, I've heard it compared to using English, an analogy is American English to Old English. So this is like American French to Old French, or I'm sorry, France French to Old French. So So, for example, if I was going to say in France, I don't know, I might say, je connais pas. If I was going to say that in Louisiana, I would say, moi je connais pas. It's a little different. If you were to translate it literally, it would be, me, I don't understand. That's the way they would say it in Louisiana. And that kind of stuck around, that type of use of the language. You might hear people in Louisiana say, if they're telling you I'm ready to go, they might say, I'm ready me. You know, so that's kind of a hangover, I think, from the language. Now, one other thing that developed from this music is dancing. There is a very traditional and specific type of dance done with Creole music, and there's a very specific type of dance done with Cajun music. And we do have several people in the audience today who know how to do these dances. So I'm hoping that some of them will volunteer to demonstrate for you all tonight. Do we have any volunteers from the audience? Look, we got one. He needs a partner though. Come on, don't be shy. We have two gentlemen. And we have a lady over there, that's Lisa, by the way. She's the president of the Atlanta Cajun Zydeco Association of Roseland. Come on up. So we're gonna get them to do a demo. We'll do a short demo of a Cajun two-step, and then we'll do a demo of a Zydeco dance. So y'all go over here so that Steve, Roseland. Okay. Is a Creole music that you hear. Interesting, the word Zydeco actually means snap bean. Are there any French speakers in the house? Yes? Yes, well, yeah. So you speak French. Would you mind coming up here for a second? Just thought you were going to raise your hand and sit still.
Les haricots. Les haricots.
Now what she is saying is les haricots, which is the snap beans. But that's two different words, right? The first word is L-E-S. Second word is H-A-R-I-C-O-T-S. And she pronounces it a lot better than I do, so she's going to do it one more time.
Les haricots.
Okay. When you run those words together, it kind of, les haricots, it kind of sounds like Zydeco. So the Creole people took the word haricot, changed it to Zydeco, means the same thing, snap bean. Okay? And there's an old song called Les haricots sont pas salés, means the snap beans aren't salty. kind of bluesy type song about hard times not being able to have meat to season your beans with. And that kind of became an anthem, so to speak, of Creole music. So they started calling the music Zydeco. Okay. So now we're going to put on the Zydeco song, and we have 4 lovely dancers that are going to dance some Zydeco for you.